Hello and welcome to the Online Trainers Podcast, where we go behind the scenes to uncover the latest tactics and strategies top trainers around the world are using to get more clients, dominate their marketplace, and get their clients amazing results. There is absolutely no fluff here. I'm your host, Lynn Trin. Hello and welcome to episode 34 in the Online Trainers Podcast. Today's topic is why I believe every single personal trainer or coach who wants to absolutely thrive should build their own flagship program. Now, one of the reasons why I'm doing a podcast episode on this on the drive to the gym is that I get asked this question a good 20 to 30 times a day. And it's the question, Lynn, why should I develop my own flagship program? Why should I have an online course? And really, what should I be looking at doing? And one of the biggest reasons that I can give to you to start your own online flagship program, your own course, is really for this. It's about leveraging yourself. It's about taking the knowledge that's inside your brain that's helping a particular person at the moment, because you've got a piece of knowledge out there that people are paying for. People are either paying because they believe that you're the expert who can help them lose weight, that, help them get into shape, get them stronger, okay? But when you develop a course and when you develop a flagship program, I truly believe in niching down, because when you niche down and you develop this course, you're essentially extracting your knowledge and putting it out into a step-by-step solution that now can transform or educate a client who's your ideal niche, okay, who becomes part of your ideal ecosystem to really start, number one, getting them better results, getting them faster results, educating them. But more so, it doesn't actually rely on you and your time to deliver the results. And I don't mean this by an ebook. The difference between a 12-week transformation program that's an ebook and a 12-week flagship program is the difference between night and day, really. We're looking at ebook as an information product. And I'm not telling you to go out there and sell more information. I'm trying to tell you to go out there to sell transformation. So along with your flagship program, you should definitely add in what I like to call, obviously, video tutorials on the what and what they should be doing to get the result, but more importantly, why they should be doing. When you cover why they should be doing it, you then position yourself as the expert. You can, people are constantly told what to do every single day, but no one takes action. How you get somebody to take action is you really educate them on why they should be doing. What are the consequences if they don't? What are the alternatives? So you as the expert authority, and if I can pinpoint an example now, let's say you are a mum's coach and you're training mums who have just had a baby to help them get back into their genes. If you can come and create this flagship program that maybe is an 8-week transformation program that is delivered online, that is delivered via membership site portal, you have a Facebook group, you have a community of mums in there that have gone through the program, that have gotten the results, you can start to educate but leverage yourself better. Okay, that's the first thing. And that's what I want to tell you in being this online fitness entrepreneur, is that you have to change your business model from that one-to-one kind of, I'm going to find a few clients online who I'm going to charge $200 a month who are going to work with me. Great. And if you adopt that business model, it can only get you so far. But suddenly if you introduce a flagship program, you then can create what I call this ecosystem of products and services you offer. So what I mean by that is, now not only are you positioned as more an authority because you have this whole program around helping mums get back into their genes, and you've got 100 mums who have gone through it, because now you're not trading your time for money, you're leveraging your time a lot better. But also, it then becomes the beginning of your ecosystem online. And what I mean by that is, this becomes their first introduction to you as the mum. Now, obviously, when the mum finishes the program, she might want to upgrade. She might want to do something in regards to continuity, where she wants to just stay in this community of mums that you have going because you're so niche, right? And so she might pay a $50 a week fee to just get access to programs and stay for the support. She might decide, you might decide, right, you're running this mums retreat, and now because you've marketed yourself as the mums kind of expert who's really helping these mums, you can really go back to all the people who have gone through your flagship program and say, hey, I'm looking for 10 mums who I want to take away for a 5-day retreat. You might run some sort of a mum seminar group where, you catch up once in a local area. So what I'm trying to get you to think at, is that the flagship program opens a lot of doors, but then becomes your front end product that you sell to them first. It's almost that product that most of the people get access to, and it's a system, okay? And not only that, but you are going to build high quality reputation because it's going to position you as the expert. How many other mums, personal trainers do you know, or personal trainers out there that have their own course, that have their own system? It's almost like, it's the same analogy I give as to, people asking me, Lynn, why should I write a book to help mums get into shape? And I'm just like, well, it's a perfect lead generation solution. It's a perfect way to position yourself as the expert. If people ask, why should I start a podcast on mum's health? It's the same thing. You're building trust, you're building goodwill. And having a flagship program, a course in place, is actually just going to be able to take out all your knowledge. Okay, if you know how to get mums back into shape in 8 weeks, we just need to take that, put it in almost the what and the why inside your flagship program, add support to it, and make sure that they get the results. Because we know with online personal training nowadays, information isn't the key, okay? There's too much information out there. It's about implementation. And so what you have to remember is the number one thing to implementation is trust and certainty. They need to trust you and they need to feel like you're the go-to person. And if you are niched down and you have a community of mums who can feel as though they can obviously be themselves, they can, put out their worst nightmares inside your group and vent and feel supported, and you're leading that tribe, you're just going to reap all the rewards. You're going to become that trusted expert very quickly. And as soon as anyone else enters that tribe, they're going to see you as a leader and the expert authority very, very quickly. Okay, so I hope that answers a lot of the questions that I get around, well, why should I create a flagship program? And, look, if you're that personal trainer that just wants more clients, you, number one, probably shouldn't be listening to this client, because you can probably run an ad and get more clients. But I'm talking about if you want to build legacy, you want to grow, you want to thrive, you want to be on this mission to make a multiple six-figure income, you have to start doing things that other personal trainers aren't. Other personal trainers aren't writing books. Other personal trainers aren't starting podcasts. Other personal trainers aren't putting out their course or their flagship program and detailing it. Other personal trainers aren't niching down. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. And really, if you go back through that, and if you've really understood what I've said, and you want more information on how to get started building out your flagship program, what I'll get you to do is just comment inside the Online Trainers Club and just say, Lynn, I've listened to podcast episode number 34. Can you give me more direction? Private message me directly and I'll try to get back to you. I do get a few these days, so I'll try to get back to you within a few hours. But really, it's understanding that, hey, if you can take your knowledge, whatever's inside your brain, put it out in a step-by-step system that can help people on a greater scale, right? Telling them what to do, but more importantly, telling them why they need to do it, okay? And then providing that community support with that niche. It has to be niche, right? Because here's the thing, if Sally jumps and joins in a group with Bob and Jane and Sam, Sally's not going to want to open up about all her desires, all her hopes, all her fears. But if Sally jumps in with Jane, who's also another mother, with Julie, who's also another mum, and they can relate to each other, they're going to want to open up. They're going to build bridges. They're going to build connection. Okay, and you're going to see what happens, because if you lead that tribe and you become that educator and that teacher, only good things can happen. So, this is why you should start thinking about taking your knowledge right at this very moment in time and trying to extrapolate it inside a system. And I call that the flagship program. I think I've just gone and named it my own thing, but that's why I call it the flagship, because it's the ultimate program that gets your niche clients towards their hopes, dreams, and desires. So if you can create a flagship program, you can create your core flagship program that really solves your niche's particular problem. Not only are you going to become the more expert authority, not only are you going to become more loved, trusted, not only are you going to attract more mums inside there and get them better results, and of course you keep updating them to make it better and better every single time, but now for one-to-one coaching clients you can charge a premium. You can then have a back end on it, because you can think of different things and different products and services you can offer towards these mums. There is that process, but all it begins with leveraging your time with your flagship program. That's what I really wanted to tell you. So today's task, today's implementation task, today's one thing is think about who you're serving at this very moment in time, and think about the things that you know. Okay, think about Bob or think about Sam that you're training at the gym, and think about how you've helped him get into shape. What did he do? Okay, what are the step-by-step things he's done? And document that down, because what did he do with his nutrition? What did you teach him about nutrition? What did you teach him about training? How often did he train? And then basically you can come back and kind of go, okay, well, did Sam really need to train that hard? Could he have pulled back on one session and still gotten pretty good results? And see how much you can extract that back so that you come back with the 80-20, the bare minimum that's going to get them results. And that becomes almost your flagship program that you teach immediately. Because honestly, I can tell you, the more in-depth, the more complex you make your program, the harder it will be to get your clients results. Okay, so that's all from me today. And obviously, if you enjoyed this podcast show, send it to a friend, a family member, a personal trainer who you know you can implement this stuff with, especially with the flagship program. You know, find a personal trainer who you can brainstorm stuff with and keep you accountable, keep you on your toes. Because you know what? I really didn't want to make this podcast a daily podcast that was just more information. I wanted it to be an implementation podcast, but more so I know that this keeps me on my toes and keeps me coming up with trying to stay on top of the game in terms of my own strategies with my clients, with myself, but to deliver more value for you. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in tomorrow's podcast episode. Alright, if you enjoyed this podcast, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes, and feel free to leave a review. In that way, I can respond and I can take that on board in developing content to serve you. Now, if you're not a part of the Online Trainers Club on Facebook, please do yourself a favor and be a part of the conversation. That's where I add daily tips, tricks, and strategies on how you can build out funnels, how you can get more clients, and ultimately become a better online coach. Thank you for listening.